Welcome to the Live Full, Work Fun podcast. This is the show to encourage you to live your life to the fullest and do fun work that fuels your lifestyle. Hi, I'm your host, Gayla Scrivener. Every week, you'll be introduced to amazing guests, useful resources, and inspirational stories. You'll discover opportunities and perspectives to shape your version of living full and working fun. Hi there, and welcome to the show. If this is your first time here, I am glad you're joining for the first time, and thanks for checking out this show. And if you're returning, welcome back. It's always great to have you here. Hey, are you a part of the Live Full, Work Fun community yet? Well, if not, be sure to go over to Facebook and join the Live Full, Work Fun Facebook group. Well, all right, let's get right into the meat of the show. Last week, if you tuned in, you listened to my guest Paul Klein's green light journey in launching his new streaming channel, BizableTV. And if you didn't catch the show, I encourage you to scroll back and have a listen. Well, anyway, during our recording of the episode, we went down a little rabbit hole that I ended up cutting out of last week's show. I'm always curious about new tools, resources, or services to better understand how they work and just kind of dive in on different business models. And I'm just curious about things like that. Whether or not I actually use the tool or resource personally, I am just totally fascinated with the workings of it all, and I'm amazed and inspired how people come up with new and cool ways to help other people solve a problem and to build a business. So, naturally, in my conversation with Paul, I couldn't help myself but ask him, how does one actually create a streaming channel? And he taught me a new term, OTT video, which means over-the-top video. I had no clue. I'd never heard that before, ever. Well, after last week's show was all complete, I kept thinking about the clip of about 6 minutes that didn't make it to the show. I was struggling, during that conversation, during that 6 minutes, I was struggling to wrap my head around how it was all done. What the heck? OTT? Okay, how is this all done? I tried comparing the service that Paul uses to get launched on all these different streaming channels like Roku and Apple TV to my Scrivener Solutions business model, and was admittedly way off base with the comparison. I re-listened to the scrap clip and thought you might find it helpful and interesting. So I thought I'd share it with you today. It is truly wonderful of all the opportunities we have nowadays. Indeed, Paul and his business partner are pouring a lot of time and energy in creating their new streaming channel, BizableTV. They also must make an investment. There's a real investment that needs to be made, but that investment is totally not out of the range of everyday people like you and me. Paul is an everyday person. His business partner, Kendall, is an everyday person. It's awesome. So this technology, this service is an investment, but it totally surprised me that it's so doable for everyday people. So how about I share that little clip with you now, and I'll be right back with you with some final comments. So here we go. I've just looked at it on my laptop, signed up so that I can get the updates and everything. I haven't looked at it on my TV or anything like that. I can imagine, or I'm just guesstimating, that this was new technology for you to figure out to get on a different platform, a streaming service like this. I'm sure it's different than just putting stuff up on YouTube.
Well, sort of. There is you could certainly hire apps developers and everything, but there's actually a couple of different, if you Google OTT, over the top video, there's a couple of different, almost like Kajabi style providers that do this. So one of them is Vimeo. Vimeo has an OTT service. They're a little more spendy than the other ones. And yeah, it's 15 to 30 grand just to get start on this for those. But there's another one called Maz. They do like Fast Company. We looked at them, and but the nice thing about these kind of OTT kind of Kajabi providers is they have a platform, web-based platform, where you upload all the videos, you do everything, and then they build all the apps and put them in the app store for you. Okay. So you don't actually.
So it's like a syndication type of service, kind of.
Sort of. They actually do build the app. So the one we use is called Uscreen. So it's Uscreen. If you Google that, it's that's the one we're using for Bizible. And so what they do is everything's white labeled and built. So we had to get a Roku developer account as if we were going to build the app. We had to get a Amazon Fire TV developer account as if we were going to build our own app. And then what we did is we went in there and we said, okay, Uscreen developer email. Now they have access to our account. Then what they do is they go in and upload all of the code and the app requirements. So it's kind of a hybrid. It's not syndicated as in it's just rebroadcasted. It's actually, they built a Roku original app, but it has our logo. If you look all over our stuff, you won't see anything from Uscreen because it's all white labeled for Bizible. So anybody looking from the outside, it looks like a Bizible app, which it is a Bizible app. It's just that we didn't have to go out and hire 4 different developers and everything. And they have a very reasonable business model and so forth. Kind of like Kajabi, that will kind of one company does everything.
So there's a team of folks that specialize in that particular type of platform, building those types of apps and getting you on, know what kind of design and all the channels that they need to. Very similar to like my business model for Scrivener Solutions, that we are like instead of the solopreneur hiring 5 different people, like a designer and and a social media manager and web designer, one team for one recurring price to make that happen. So that is cool. I didn't even know there was anything like that out there.
So as
what opportunities we have as
exactly. So in your case, so if a consultant was just leaving corporate and said, you know what, I don't understand all this stuff, they could come to you and say, can you set me up a web page, a podcast, get my branding, my logo, my domain? I mean, they could come to you and your team could basically build all that out for them, correct?
Right. And we work on the recurring model, meaning that in order for content to work it needs to be consistent, right? So what is that core piece of content? Is it a blog, a podcast, or a video? Mainly right now, it's usually folks either do a podcast or video. And let's say one of our clients does a weekly vlog. So it's just a 2-3 minute video. She concentrates on the video message. We consult and talk with her on topics for content period times. She's done. She doesn't have to do anything else with descriptions and the descriptions. We create blog posts from that, the micro content, emails to her audience, all of that stuff. What we try to do is free our clients with just concentrating on their clients and their message so that they can attract more clients and not do the tedious details of, I got to do a Facebook post today.
Yeah, exactly. So very, very similar, although very much different in terms of very similar in a one-stop shop. But and so we don't have to, like, I'm not dealing with the developers directly. And the code on line 45 in the Apple iOS was wrong. They do all that. All we do is upload the videos, the descriptions into the system, and then they handle all that. Nice. And so it's
all the technical stuff.
So we can manage all the content behind a platform, and it automatically pushes to all the apps, whether it's Roku or Amazon, Android, all that stuff. Apple TV. That was the other one, Apple TV.
Yay. I don't know about you, but I think it was so cool to hear a bit about the cool service like Uscreen, where they use their expert talents in coding to help people like you and me to make dreams happen. When you create a business, we fill a need, we solve somebody's problem. And one dream that Paul had for quite some time now was to create a channel like BizableTV, and it wasn't until October of last year, so it's really not that long ago, that he kept getting green lights to make his dream and idea a reality. And here it is. It's launching right now. He partnered up with an excellent filmmaker, Kendall Johnson, and together with their talents, they are creating some really great TV shows. I'm already signed up for their annual subscription and have already watched all the shows currently available. I'm anxiously awaiting the new episodes that will be coming out weekly as of the beginning of February. That's right around the corner. And what a cool lineup. And it's super cool to see folks in the coming soon section of people like Mike Kim and Lauren Davis, who have already been on my show. That is so cool. As well as others who I have had the pleasure of meeting at one time or another last year and have already been working to coordinate schedules to see about having them on future shows. I genuinely like BizableTV, and I encourage you to check it out. It's on streaming platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Fire TV, and I think some more, but I've hit the biggies, I'm sure. Now, I signed up on my laptop by going to BizableTV.com, so check it out. And if you do decide to subscribe, please use my coupon code of GS22. When you use that coupon code, you get an extra 40% discount off the introductory subscription price. The best deal is to pick an annual subscription, because if you do, and you use my coupon code of GS22, then you're locked into the price for as long as you keep the subscription. So that discount does apply to either monthly or annual, but the best deal is with the annual subscription. So this early kickoff discount and this coupon code is only the launch only rate. And this offer ends January 31st, 2022. So if you're listening when this comes out, you only have a few more days before the coupon code won't work anymore. But if you're listening after January 31st, 2022, check out BizableTV anyway. The subscription is worth it. There's a whole slew of links down in the show notes, so be sure to catch those. And I hope you enjoyed the episode and it sparked some ideas for you that anything is possible. How cool is that? And I'd love for you to do me a tiny little favor. Please share this episode with at least one person you know who might find it helpful and enjoyable. Just text the link to them. It's that simple. Well, let's continue this conversation. Hop over to Facebook and post what your biggest takeaway was from today's show in the Live Full, Work Fun Facebook group. I hope to see you over there. Well, thanks again for listening, and until next time, have a fantastic week. Live full and work fun.